The U.S. says it plans to push further to get Israel and Palestine to the negotiating table, with Secretary of State John Kerry planning a trip to the Middle East. Even so, Washington continues to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on the Israeli army, including funding the Iron Dome anti-missile system. RT's Paula Slayer has been hearing from those who say the complex just isn't worth it.
The brains behind the Iron Dome are Israeli, but the funding is mostly American.
When the Americans offer their assistance, it solves the discussion.
And offer their assistance they have. Washington recently pledged an additional $680 million for deploying the interceptor system that advocates claim has a success rate of more than 80%.
I know the correct numbers, I've seen the results, and I endorse them completely.
Even Obama has gotten in on the act. His first stop at a recent trip to Israel was to an Iron Dome battery, where he told soldiers they're doing an amazing job. Because so much money has been spent on this defense missile system, it now needs to be marketed and sold. Otherwise, how do you justify something that has already cost the American taxpayer millions of dollars? But for all its hype, the Iron Dome, which is designed to intercept and destroy short-range rockets aimed at populated areas, is not foolproof.
I have a lot of question marks.
Questions that include the system's effectiveness. Weapons experts in the United States and even in Israel say the IDF has widely overstated its intercept success rate by a factor of 10 or more.
You can see very clearly that the trajectory are like this, that it's impossible to hit the warhead of the rocket. So if they said they destroyed 84% of the incoming rockets.
The celebrated technological wonder exploded onto the international stage after last year's Israel-Gaza war. But the maths did not add up. It proved disproportionately expensive as a defense against crude, homemade Palestinian rockets.
Hamas militants are assembling these rockets, which cost about $100 to make, which are very little more than a pipe with some explosive to propel it forward. And the Iron Dome rockets actually cost $50,000 each rocket. So shooting 2 rockets to intercept one of the Hamas makeshift rockets would cost 1,000 times more than the cost of the rocket that is being intercepted.
But the IDF has good reason to mislead the world about its effectiveness. Not only do taxpayers want to know their money is being well spent, but enemies need to be deterred, especially Gaza militants firing at Israel's southern border city of Sderot.
It's not the right solution. Even more, they developed the Iron Dome to defend Sderot. That was the idea. The only area that the Iron Dome cannot defend is Sderot.
Given the history of missile defense deception and the strong Israeli incentive to deceive, the people who pay for the system should be asking hard questions about how well it really works. Paula Slayer, RT, Tel Aviv.